In this video, we will discuss a number of the most common academic words used in the context of science and research. Bias, bias, bias. Bias can be used as a noun or a verb. As a noun, it means a prejudice for or against people or things. Here's an example. The survey revealed widespread gender bias among male managers from the country's biggest corporations. As a verb, it means to influence someone's point of view in favor of or against someone or something. Consider this example. Researchers must be careful not to allow their own cultural assumptions to bias their interpretation of data. The adjective form of bias is worth mentioning here also, as it is used quite frequently in academic contexts. The adjective form is biased, biased, biased. It describes a person or thing that shows a prejudice for or against people or things. Let's take a look at an example. The study presented a highly biased view of the refugees which did not accurately represent the reason they had fled their country. Compound. The word compound can be used as a noun, verb, and adjective. As a noun, it is pronounced compound with the emphasis on the first syllable. Compound, compound, compound. Compound means a thing composed of two or more parts. Here's an example. Researchers have developed a new chemical compound capable of slowing the spread of malaria. As a verb, this word is pronounced with the emphasis on the second syllable, compound, compound, compound. It means to combine or make up. Consider this example. A new Super B vitamin supplement has been created by compounding B1, B2, and B5. As an adjective, compound is pronounced with the emphasis on the first syllable, compound, compound, compound. It is used to describe something as composed of two or more parts. Here's an example. Botanists have developed several species of compound fruit, including the grapple, a hybrid of a pink Thompson grapefruit and a Granny Smith apple. Empirical, empirical, empirical. Empirical is an adjective. It is used to describe information that can be verified or disproved by observation or experience, as opposed to that which is based on theory only. Consider this example. The scientists conducted a variety of experiments regarding the distance birds can fly in order to gather empirical evidence in support of their theories about bird migration. Hypothesis, hypothesis, hypothesis. Hypothesis is a noun. It is a proposed explanation based on limited evidence. A hypothesis is typically followed by further investigation into the matter. Here's an example sentence. The scientists were forced to re-examine their hypothesis when the experiment failed to yield the expected results. We should also consider the verb form of hypothesis because it is used quite frequently in academic contexts. The verb form of hypothesis is hypothesize, hypothesize, hypothesize. It means to propose an explanation based on limited evidence. Here's an example sentence. Researchers hypothesized that the increase in the number of cargo ships had led to the sudden reduction in the seal population. Paradigm, paradigm, paradigm. Paradigm is a noun. It is a theoretical framework that reflects ideas accepted by a particular community. Let's look at an example. Wide-ranging problems with prescription pain medication has called into question the traditional treatment paradigm offered by Western medicine. Parameter, parameter, parameter. Parameter is a noun. It means limit, boundary, or guideline. It is commonly used in its plural form, parameters. Let's look at an example sentence. The parameters of the study regarding the impact of tourism on the local economy were initially too narrow and had to be expanded to include small, independent businesses. Phenomenon, phenomenon, phenomenon. Phenomenon is a noun. It is an occurrence or event that has been observed. The plural of phenomenon is phenomena. Here's an example using the singular form. Underwater bioluminescence, the phenomenon in which certain species of marine life emit light, has long fascinated biologists. And here's one using the plural form. Scientists have noticed an increase in severe weather phenomena in the area, including blizzards, ice storms, and hailstorms. Qualitative, qualitative, qualitative. Qualitative is an adjective. It is related to the personal experience of a thing, such as its appearance or the emotions it causes. It is often used to describe research that is focused on the observation of qualities rather than numeric measurement of specific quantities. Here's an example. The researchers presented qualitative data gathered from a focus group made up of elderly people who discussed the impact of yoga on their sense of well-being. Quantitative, quantitative, quantitative. Quantitative is an adjective. It is used to describe something that can be measured or estimated by its quantity. Let's look at an example. The scientists looked at several quantitative factors regarding the region's precipitation, including the amount of snowfall in the winter and how long it remained on the ground. Variable, variable, variable. Variable has two main uses, as a noun and as an adjective. As a noun, variable refers to a factor, feature, or value that is liable to change. Here's an example. The main variables in the fitness study were the age of the participants and the amount of exercise they were able to do. As an adjective, it means changeable or inconsistent. For example, we could say, climate scientists have observed that weather patterns have become increasingly variable and much more difficult to predict in the last decade due to global warming.